Striving for leadership, it's gonna pay for you and I now. Just let me get to know someone. It's gonna pay for you and I now. Just let me get to know someone. Taking it every day, pretending to have forgiven each other. In their eyes, there is still war. In their eyes, I see grudges, and the other one who preaches peace. The other one who preaches hatred. And the other one preaches love. The other one preaches violence. Who's gonna pay for you tonight now? Just tell me to know someone. To care for us till we are born. Who's gonna pay for you tonight now? Just tell me to know someone. To care for us till we are born.
Okay, fellas, my name is David Kumel Colley. Welcome to the show today. I was actually waiting for LC to come, but I couldn't wait any longer because you don't control or you don't have control what you don't control. That if you don't have control over anything, you have nothing to do but to just speed up what you're doing. So I was like waiting for LEC, and then LEC is not coming, so I had to do this thing like this. Okay, by the way of introduction, my name is David Kumel Colley. You already know this name is a household name in this country. David name is a name that is widely used all around this country, and I'm happy today to be part of the show, and I'm happy to come here live to speak on national issues that are affecting the lives of every Liberian and that of any other person in the world. Okay, to get started, I want to say we have to appreciate God for our life. Let's begin to appreciate the Almighty God for the life that we have, because the life is more than gold and silver. It's more than any other things in the world. You can have the car, you can have the beautiful family. Once you don't have life, you are not human. You are dead already. So we have to be grateful to the Almighty God. There are so many people, they were waiting to be part of this day, to see just Sunday. But death took them away. There are so many people who came by the way, and then the cold hands of death took them away. And there are so many people who just sat in a car while on their way home. The car fall into an accident and the whole family died. There are so many people at the hospital. They're wishing to be where we are today. But they are crying from sickness. They are crying from disease. They are crying from a lot of things. So if we all have the opportunity to sit and talk, to walk and see and do any other thing, that means we must be grateful to the Almighty God. And that is why I always come and tell you, let's be happy that we are alive. So let's give God the glory for giving us spending our life. Through the COVID epidemic, even the Ebola crisis, we are alive today. So we have to give God the glory. Giving God the glory also, and seeing other people dying in the plane crash accident, it doesn't mean that you should take life easy. Because life is not easy. You have to work hard. You have to put yourself in order. You have to just sit down and think on that little thing that you will do to sustain you and your family. So, I have come here today to ask you one question. What is your purpose? What is your purpose for your existing in this country on planet Earth? What is our purpose? Because every individual, every human being was sent by the Almighty God to have purpose in life. Your purpose for your existence as a minister. Your purpose for your existence as an individual in a country. Your purpose for existing as a college or university graduate. Your purpose for serving the people as a president. Your purpose for taking over the congregation as a pastor or reverend, you just call it. And your purpose for just existing as a simple human being. So you have to ask yourself first, what is my purpose? So that's a big question I want you to ask yourself. Just sit down or stand in the mirror and ask yourself, so what am I doing here? Who am I? What is my purpose? So if those questions arises and you begin to ask yourself, then you are hailing. Because your existence stands for a cause. Even God who made you in an image, He sent you on the earth. He said, go and have dominion over the world and have control over every other creature. That means you are beautifully prepared by the Almighty God to come and perform a specific task. Yeah, to come and perform a specific task. So I want to ask you, what is your purpose of your existence into this country, Liberia? We've come from far away. Since 1847, we fought war for 14 consecutive years. We fought war for 14 consecutive years. Some are saying a senseless war, and myself I added to that. I say a senseless war because we fought war. The reason for which we fought, we are not still feeling the impact. And this country, Liberia, is still at war. Just so you know. I don't want you to sleep on me today, buddy. What I want you to do for me, if even you don't like my post or you don't like my video, what I want you to do for me is to just click on that like button and then share it. Because there are so many people on the social media, as you may be aware, that this social media is an international platform now. So, if you click on the like button and share my little video or my podcast for other people to see the little wisdom I'm saying to you, it may not make sense to you, but the next person that's going to hear it, it will make sense to them. So the question is, what is your purpose? And the second question is, are you an adult? Because adult life is about decision making. And the decision you made today must affect yourself and people that are around you. So anybody who is not performing any duty of their existence on planet Earth, he call himself as an adult, then I would say that individual is not an adult. So until you can identify your adulthood, You must stand for 30 seconds and tell me your existence. Because adult is about decision making. And your decision should make impact on people. That's what I'm saying. So if I ask you, as you an adult, or also ask you, what is your purpose? Those two questions will arise. It's a big question though, so that you and I can answer those questions and begin to put ourselves in order. There are some people who goes to government to go work for government, but they don't still know their purpose. There are some people who work in a system, they don't know their purpose, they're just working. And with all the money they are getting, all the money they work for, they are not still happy. I hope you're with me. So until you know your purpose and love what you're doing and put it into use to affect other people's life, then your other life, your otherhood is meaningful to people. Then your existing on planet Earth is also meaningful because it's creating a purpose, it's creating an impact on other people. So that's why I'm asking, what is your purpose in Liberia, on planet Earth, to affect your country and that of the entire world? So that when I'm asking you, I said, ask yourself, what is my purpose on earth? And ask yourself again, am I an adult? Because adult life is about decision. And you have to make decisions to affect other people's lives. So when those questions arises, then you place everything into actions and work towards it. Because you are an adult. Once you are an adult, you must do something to affect people's life. And you're existing on planet Earth as a pastor, as a minister, as a senator, as any other person. Know your purpose. What am I serving in the position? What am I serving in the position? That's the first question you're supposed to ask yourself. What am I, a community chairman? Am I only serving in a position because I want to get money to feed my family and take care of my sibling and other name? So ask yourself. Because adult life is about decision, and your existence as an adult must make impact on the people for that your purpose. This is not a political platform. This is a non-political platform where we discuss real issues that are affecting this nation, issues that are affecting this country. We fought war for 14 consecutive years. You know that. And that war, I call it a senseless war, because we fought because of hate. We fought because of envy. We fought because of nepotism. We fought because of bad governance. We fought because we wanted to change the system. So we were using a gun to gain the gun glory so that we all other people can live life. And that was the essence of fighting. But today, after the war, we are still at war. Liberia is still at war. I'm telling you, and you're supposed to know it more than me, more than I do. We have the more desperate and dirty weapon ever. We are fighting among ourselves. We are fighting an invisible army. They hate, the envy, the jealousy you have for people, the gossip. They are invisible weapons that you're fighting, that you are using against your own Liberian. Then the question arises, what is the essence of the war state? So that's why this platform as a live show was created to bring sense to the discourse, to bring light into the darkness. Because our minds are all filled with darkness. Everything that people do around, we see it as negative. Even people who are serving in those various positions, they are doing their possible best, but yet they say others see it as something that they are not working. So that's complete darkness. So we need light. If your brother is doing something, your brother is serving a position and speaking directly to Liberian people, this is not about politics. This is about the solution that we are finding. Because the reason why we say fighting war in the country is because our hearts are all clogged with darkness. And in order to release those darkness from our mind, we have to replace it with light. You see so many platforms on social media today. They are criticizing our government. They are criticizing people. And people come on the social media. They have come there not only to affect people's life, but they come there because they monitor other people's activities. And they go sit and discuss it. That's complete darkness. And people sit in a community and criticize their community brothers and dwellers in the same community. We have no benefit to this thing. So the reason for which the war is still in our heart today, and today that's why we see mixed infrastructure all around the place. Think about it. Liberia is still at war. We have the desperate army, the invisible army that we fought today. We fill our mind with darkness, with gossip, with hate, with envy. Anything our fellow Liberian men do, we see everything as negative. Even if the person is trying his possible best for 90 or 40%, we see that as something that is 100% negative. That's how Liberians are. And that's how we are. We see everything as negative. So what's supposed to develop the country? People, because God sent us with a different ideologies. God sent us with a different thought, with a different belief. And collectively, those ideologies, when they come together, we make a better and stronger nation. So where we are, if somebody is making effort, applying their possible better, doing the little thing, although I understand that criticism will always be in the system as a human. But if you are criticizing an individual, the best civilized way to do, oh brother, you're doing your possible best. We really like what you're doing. But you think it will be fun for us to do it this way? Or you think it will be necessary for us to do it this way? So add your idea to the individual idea. Then it make it big. But Liberian men today, any other thing Liberian individual does in the country is negative. It's completely negative. So every other thing somebody do, even a person is sweeping a street, for somebody to come and appreciate that individual, they don't do it. Everything they criticize it. Even if the person is saying something in the interest of Liberian people, in the interest of the state, other people see it as negative criticism. They criticize everything as 100% wrong. No. That's why in Europe and other countries, when somebody go and perform on the stage, what people do, okay. Oh. What people do, they clap, they get some hands of applause. The reason why they're giving out hands of applause, even though if the person is not doing it to the best, but the person has tried their best to go up there and do something. So you clap for the person. And next time you see that individual, say, man, you did well. But here is it, where you think it will be fun for us to work. And that's why they're saying going straight to opposition and government. This is not about politics. But these are small things. These are simple life principles that spoiling this nation, that damaging this nation. We disappreciate every other thing that somebody do. Everything somebody do is wrong. Yes, I do it vertical because I want for the viewing to be okay. That's why I did it. But I don't know if it is this way. So you see it? So every other thing Liberian men do. You see, what in the show they call British Got Talent, I think. The camera is set horizontal. Please set it to. No, you do it like that. You have a okay. You do it this way. I think it's okay. So that's what we're supposed to do. Thank you, brother, for setting that. Thank you. So you see, so our mind are all clogged with darkness. We have hate for each other. How you expect for the country to develop? Then somebody sit on the fan and say, oh, they will be the best government. No. You can't be the best government when the system is already writing. When the system is supposed to make a better government, is already writing. People are not willing. Yeah, thank you. People are not willing to work in line with the system. People are not willing to accept each other as a brother and sister. Some people even see you in a government ministry. They want to know why you there. In fact, who are you? But in the services or the service you are rendering into that system, no one cares to know about it. They don't care. But they want to undermine you. They want to do every other thing to bring you down. So lacking a love in this country, and those love that you lacking over in your heart are called as darkness. So we need to replace our mind, we need to replace our heart, our thinking from that darkness perspective and move it to the right perspective, which is the light. By loving your brothers. Any other thing your brother does, you give him 10 and the love. And if you're making a recommendation for somebody to work with it, you don't do it as if you want to criticize the person. You recommend to the person in a very responsible and intelligent manner, because we all are social beings. All humans are social beings. And humans always love to be given praise to, because we were made in the image of the Almighty God. And God, fever is bad. But you feeling mad? Yeah, that LDC, man. LDC, I saw this because I was waiting for them, no control. I just doing it into the window and the noise is outside. I'm so sorry. So that's what I'm telling you. So we have to come together and put ourselves in order for the country to develop. But in order to put ourselves together, we need a lot of things to work with. And in order to change this country, it starts with you. Government cannot change everything in this country. In fact, any generation, any country that you see that is well built, developed, it is not only the help of government. The citizens themselves are working. That's why you call yourself an independent member of society. If you have gone to the university and you have got your BSc and Masters, you have to put them into work, into actions. We cannot all depend on the government. Some of you guys say that you want to work with a big company, but you don't want to start a company from scratch. You don't want to build your own company from scratch. But your dream and aspiration is for you to work with a big company, and so that you can have a big fat salary. I will tell you with authority today, job will not make you rich. Job will make you poor forever. And I can explain it. That's why so many people are angry around here. Why do you think people are angry? And those people that are angry, those people that are shouting all on the radio, they are the ones who also work in protest government. So the salary they got, why do you think they did with those salary they got? Because we're lacking of management. When we're working, when Liberian man working somewhere, he feels that his heaven has already come down. So his salary he got, he go by lavishing us salary. There are some Liberian men who sitting from the club from the morning up to the next day. From Monday to Saturday, they are in the club. They refuse to manage the little cash they have, because today's job in our country is an opportunity. It is not right. So if you have a job today, you must be thankful to God and let it save little small cash. That's why I always tell people, why you need to do as an employee, why you need to do, if you have your salary, you have the job as an opportunity today, have your side hustle, save small things, and make your side hustle that when the job, after the job, you can go to that and live business or your company. And that's how it is. That's how it is. But people work in the same system. After they work for 6 years, when they leave from there, they turn as broke. They are so broke. And they see people who work in the previous system, they also sit down on the radio and criticize the current regime. Because they feel that the money they work for, the money has finished, they want to go back in the system again to go have money. So how do you expect for the country to develop? How do you expect you as an individual who is not willing to do any other thing with your life? Then you only depend on government. And government cannot do everything for us. Government will make you poor. Job will make you poor. The advice I can give you, your BSc and every other knowledge you have got from the university or whatsoever university, put that into use. Start somewhere. Start with the little you have. Every little you have with the idea, put it in order. Before 2-3 years come, you are boss for yourself. You start employing other Liberians. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how an intelligence and a civilized society is supposed to live. But everything Liberian men do, the other Liberian men feel that is wrong. If only I'm not the one doing it, one the next Liberian man is doing it is also wrong. No, it doesn't work like that. We have to be very much love-kind to each other. We have to embrace each other talents. Every other little thing Liberian man is doing, people, we must appreciate that. We must appreciate that because he's our own Liberian brother that's doing it. We must appreciate because she's our own Liberian sister that is involved into that. So we have to give some level of applause to that individual so that individual can get more motivated and energetic to do more. But this country, we fill with darkness too much. We hate people for no reason. When you're doing something in a community, others look at you as a bad individual. Even by your work at work, by your way of working, Liberian men see it as a bad thing. If you are working with your own hands and brain, when they see you, they don't want to respect you. Liberian men see you shiny shoe, what his mind running to is, you are not educated already. That's why you go. When Liberian men see you pushing a wheelbarrow, she already noticed that you are a dumb person and the reason why you're pushing a wheelbarrow. Who told you that? Go to China or other countries. A BSc, a university graduate in China is standing in the sun. The bread you are eating, they are all Chinese made. They export it into our country and we buy them with money. And you that get the BSc in agriculture, you refuse to go make agriculture. You refuse to go do a farm. To even start small with garlic. So I have advised you, I have come to advise you. We all want to learn, we all got to achieve. That bigger knowledge, we all want to have BSc masters so that the world can give her an honor. But if the world giving the honor, your BSc and the master degree should make impact on other people's life. I am not advising you going to university is wrong. But what I'm preaching here is something that you have to put into order. That is, if you have the BSc, put it into use. You cannot only sit and depend on government. You cannot only sit and depend on other people. That's why God gave you the 5 senses. And you put yourself in order. You can have a master's degree and you're still seeking for a job. You cannot have a master's degree and PhD, you're still seeking for a job. You cannot be in your 60s, 70s, you're still seeking for a job. You are in a system, the real thing for you to do is to create impact. Build businesses, build company, create idea. Even if the government is not supporting you, you have to do that. You have to do that. But the country, everybody wants to go. It's fine to work for somebody. It's fine to work for people. But I'm telling you, if you work, what you're doing, if truly you love what you're doing, you can stay there. You can stay there and also have your side hustle. Because today's job is an opportunity in our country. So if you have such an opportunity, if you're working as an employer, you must have to save small money. By the time the contract ends, you will have to use that little money you get so as a side hustle so that you can be spending. But the reason why people are spending around, they expect for money to come down. The days of God bringing money down for mankind, those days are over. Oh, they're still telling me to check me. I don't know. I'm using a Mac. Is the sound okay now? I'm using my Mac. I don't know what's going on. The normal Mac I can use. I don't know. It's spoiled. No, it don't spoil. It don't spoil. So let's play small music. We will come back. Small.
Go to that sorrow one more time.
All right, thank you.
In moments trusted so much, and turned against each other, striving for leadership. It's gonna pay for you and I.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Someone for you and I. Every day, pretending to have forgiven each other. In their eyes, there is still war. In their eyes, I see grudges, and the other one preaches.
Yes, there is still war. We have to forgive each other for what we have done. We fought war in the country for 14 consecutive years, I say 16. And Liberia is still at war today. We are still at war. We still fighting. We still have the invisible army today. There's an invisible army in our country that we're fighting. We still at the bitter war. Who's gonna care for you and I when no one is scared to think about any other person? But they only have to think about their own interests. There are so many people around that are suffering. They don't know what to do. And that's why the light show is created for every Liberian. You can be minister president, you must come here to get resurrected, because what I'm saying is a simple wisdom. It's a simple wisdom that I'm saying here. I'm not saying broke, I'm not doing any other thing. But if you and I can use our simple wisdom and understand it, this country will develop gradually. I always hear people saying the country has passed a prosperous state. No, we can still work, we can still do more. We can still double our effort to do more for the country. We've come from long way since 1847, and we still have made structures around us. Because the mentality, the primitive idea we used way back, are the same primitive idea we still use today. In the 14th, 16th century, we stay in the 21st century today, behaving as if we are in the 16th century. Behave as if we are in the 17th century. And that's why so many educated people are fighting among themselves. Because people are not willing to take responsibility for their life. Because people are not willing to take initiative of what they're doing. People are not held accountable for what they are doing. So at the end of the day, what's happening? Everyone leading with a regret. And there's a need for us to work together as a Liberian. There's a need for us to hold hands together to move this country to another level. There's a need for us to work together as Liberians. There's a need for you to embrace your own Liberian brothers. There's a need for you to accept your own Liberian president. There's a need for you to accept your own Liberian minister, representative, or senator, whosoever. When they're doing something, let's give them some level of applause. We cannot criticize everything the person is doing. While it is true that they are in error, they are making mistakes, we know that. But in coming there to erect the checkpoint, you must also have to give them some level of applause. Sorry. Like I said, oh brother, you are doing well. I like what you're doing. But I think it is recommended for us to do it this way. Oh my sister, you are doing well. I think there's a way if we do this thing, it will work this way. I think that's how a responsible people are. Yes, brother. We have to redirect our thought and sense of belief. The way we think from one another has pure darkness on our mind. Even the educated ones, when they're discussing, you said the way those people discuss and analyze their thinking, you just understand that what this man is saying. What this man is saying. So because those things, we club our mind with darkness. Because the hate we have in the hating agenda we have in our mind, even if we go, we excel to the high leadership pick, God will not accept us because our heart are club. That's why so many people are saying around, oh, that our turn. You don't have that your turn. You are not serving the country. Hello, Michelle, I'm going to call you back on the show. I'm coming. You are not serving any other person. You are not serving yourself. You're serving your country. And the country you're serving is for you to make a legacy, to set a blueprint, so that other generation will come and follow. If we have started way back with such an approach and mentality, then man, the country have gone far off. But see where we are today. People calling themselves educated people. When I see on the social media, other places, I see a lot of people who have had degree upon degree. But the more degree they get, the more they are envious, the more they are pretending, the more they are jealous, the more they are so hateful to their own Liberian brothers. The more they see their own Liberian brothers as somebody who from different country. Even if the individual have come from different country and come in the country, in as much as individual is doing well, he's your brothers. We have to work together. This is a non-political platform. This platform is not. It was not created to preach politics. This platform was created to bring light to the disco. This platform was created to bring sense to the Liberian people. This platform was created to bring our simple wisdom, our simple analogy, so that we all can work together. So this is not a country. This is not a platform that will preach politics. That's why we're discussing the issue with balancing. And in motivating the people, you cannot do away with all the social issues that surrounding the issue. You have to talk about it. And talking about it, you have to come with a suggestion or recommendation that will be remedy to solving that problem. You see so many of big brothers who live from the country. They go sit down in the United States of America. They criticize their own government. They talk too much. Yeah, we all want to talk too much. But if you're talking, your talk must make logic. The people you are inciting, you must come down and open businesses, open your companies. Your company work other places. That's why I'm saying the opposition, if you are in an opposition, you are no different from any other government officials. You in an opposition position, the best thing for you to do is to look at one road, pave that road nicely, dedicate it to government. That's what Nigerians do. Other rich Nigerian guys, they live in a community or environment. They look at one road, they go through agreement with government. They build that road, and then government go in the agreement that each car pass on that road or passing on that road should pay $10. And by the time of 2 to 3 years, when that person have got his money, he'd rededicate the road to government. Then the people can use it. But how many rich people in the country that got their riches on a free and fair basis? We have so many people who still using government to get money. And those money you getting, the money is not blessed. Anything that you're getting for the public, from the public and the people labor, and you take it, you put it in your pocket for you alone, that money is not blessed. No blessing is upon that money. So how will you feel when you see the lot of Liberian people suffering around? Then you yourself, you sit down in a car, you are not happy. If even you are happy, then you are heartless. Because I'm not working for government. I'm a businessman and doing my little business thing. But my heart still troubled. I'm still troubled when I see a lot of Liberians turning into Zogos. When I see young people turning into Zogos. So I wonder, I say, but how the country will be 10 to 15 years to come? If we have all of these Zogos around, and they are indoctrinating each other every day. They are recruiting another Zogos. Every community of this country you go, you see Zogos. So you tell me, the thing is that 2 to 3 years come, Liberia going to be another walking dead country. If we cannot take these approaches, and it only depends on you and I, two of us that have the best knowledge to do our part. You have gone up there to learn your BSc. I don't want for you to come and seek job. Come and create job. Start from somewhere. Forever job will make you poor. Think about it from 1847. That's why I'm telling you, when the industrial came, education was funded by Plato. And the objective of education by Plato was for an individual in a society to be more creative and be more innovative. That was the meaning of education. But the industrial came, they turned that over. We will not realize it, brother. We Liberians will not realize until you and I begin to change it. And that's what I'm doing here today. And we're doing here, we might put it into use also. I send anybody here and follow me. Nobody come to my workshop, or nobody come to my shop and go will hurt. I'm speaking on the Irish level. Everybody that interact with me, they will know say I'm a true human being. I'm a realist. I don't cheat anybody. What does not belong to me, I don't take it. And God is blessing me every day. God is giving me my daily bread. Because I don't let anything that I don't have control over to think about it. No. I don't have a car. And I know one day I will have a car. I don't have a horse. And I know one day I will have a horse. In order to get those things, I had to labor. Not to only sit there and put my hand between my legs. And even if somebody give me a ministerial position, then I go and start stealing the people money. And somebody give me representative position, I start stealing people money. Those agreements that will come for you to sign it in the interest of the people. You take those agreements, somebody give you brown envelope just to bribe the system. The money will not do you no harm. God is telling us that those money are not blessed. That's the reason why this nation is going helter scatter. Because everybody who we think they are educated, they're supposed to do something, they are doing the worst thing. Where are we going with the country? 10 to 15 years to come, we have to realize those things. And in order to realize it, you as an individual who is educated, as you say, put your education, put your BSc, your master's degree into use by building many businesses, companies, bringing investors to work in our country. It don't have to be government. Forget about that mentality. Government cannot build a country. Government cannot build a country. Don't find infrastructure. You see other people's country that you run to go there. Not government. The citizens themselves are working. We are working. People got to work. But people are afraid to work in the country. People are not working. People are not committed to their service. People are not diligent to what they're doing. Even some marriages are breaking apart. Because people only enter into marriages because the person is handsome. The person is beautiful. Or the person got money. So if they go there when that money crash, then the marriage start going this way. The woman starts cheating outside the marriage. The men start doing all those things. So you are blaspheming God or you blaspheming yourself. So because all of those negative ideas, those negative thoughts, those sense of belief in our mind, that's why the country is still like this. So we have to change our mindset. We have to change the way we think. You cannot graduate from university, then you only sit down and depends on government. You say government will do everything for me. No. I want you to erase that mentality. I want you, your BSc, you have got your master's degree, begin to build a company, businesses. Go in the bush, all the agricultural things are going around. You see today, what I'm telling you today, the reason why people go and sit on the social media. They only go and meet people go and see all kinds of fake things on YouTube. But let me tell you the secret about YouTube. My internet is down. Let me tell you the secret of YouTube. What YouTube will do for you, when you go on a YouTube, you tap there carpentry, how to do carpentry, the basic of carpentry. YouTube will bring it for you. If you go there, how to play cassava, how to do any other masonry job, YouTube will bring for you. So any other book you need in the world, you tap in YouTube, the video will come for you. Even Google, it will come for you. Then you read. Because what I'm telling you, nothing that you're seeking for to make you successful, they are not in the classroom. The only time an individual will chase BSc or master degree when that individual want to beg people for job. But if you truly go into university to get BSc and serve as an individual to impact others' life, you don't have to chase beyond too much BSc. Look at the life of Mark Zuckerberg that I'm using a platform today. Just quite recently, Mark Zuckerberg got his BSc. I'm telling you something. You know, let me tell you the word that he said. The caption that he put on that thing, on that something. He said, I told my mom I was going to come back for it. So you hear what I in this video saying? He told him, so that it means that his mother had told him that what he was doing is wrong. Oh, you have to go to school, you got to graduate, all those things. No, it is not about that. But Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest men in the whole world today. And now he just got his discipline from Harvard University. The world gave him an honor. But after high school, Mark Zuckerberg started working on the social media thing, Facebook. Today is what they use around the world. So I'm telling you why it is true that the BSc is important, why it is true that the master degrees are all important. We know that. But aside from that, you can also do something with your life that is much meaningful to affect the life of the people in the community. That's why a meaningful and intelligent, sound individual think. But it's so surprising, it behooves me why so many young people are around. Some of them are looking at me saying this thing. So many young people are around chasing degree because they are already drained that they want to have that degree to look for a job. No. That's why making so many of you are poor around here. And in order to get yourself resurrected, you have to put yourself in order. There are so many females who sit in the community and talk too much. If only you ask somebody for $50, people go in the red light, other places they go sell that late. Once you're doing it to sustain yourself, do it. Anything you're doing it to sustain yourself, do it. Don't sit down in the community and talk too much. You see other people in the community go there and say, my man, please help me. I want to make that kind of business. I want to be selling lay option. They give it to you, go and start selling your small thing. Don't sit there and wait for men to do everything for you. That's why so many girls are all on the social media. Some of them are looking at me. They call men every day. That's why making the society all head scatter. We have loose children all around the place. Because people, society castrate every one of us to believe that people should only come. They tell God you to send manna on earth. Those days are long been gone. God will never send it for you today. You have to labor for your own. You have to set the basic foundation for your family to come and sit down on it. You can't be looking for a job every day. And people look for jobs from 1847. Some of them look for the job. Because they never found job, they enter in the government today. You see, where are they? Where is Charles D.B. King? The man that went through Mr. Firestone with the Firestone agreement today. Where is Charles D.B. King? All the money they got. They left all the money they stole from Liberian people. They have left everything they dead and gone. Where is William V.S. Tubman? Where is William our Tubman that he had a fund all over? Where are those money that he stole from the Liberian people? Look at their family life today. Look at where are the property they acquired way back. Because the money they got, the money is not for them. It was for the public, it was for the Liberian people. And somebody take it, you sit down on it. No, you are doing harm to your very self. Because everything you do today, you're going to get a judgment tomorrow. So I'm telling you, to become a meaningful young person in this society, what you need to do is to put your mind, your brain, your hands in the work. If you get your BSc master degree, start somewhere, build small companies. And from there, before 1 or 2 years, even if you are failing, try, just keep trying. One day you'll do the best, and you'll become one of the meaningful persons in this society. But see our brothers, see our sisters, they are fighting among themselves. See our fathers, who do we go to for advice? When every other person in this land are turning into politicians, when every other person in this land are buying down the government, when every religious individual in this land are taking side with an issue because they want to get brown envelope, money will not help us. Money will not solve our problem. I'm telling you. Other people can look at the life of the America that you run into today. See what those people did there. See George Washington, when they struggle. All those people struggle for their land. See, America is now a great nation. Everybody run into. Those people suffer for their country. But Liberian men, we don't want to suffer for their country. We are living our age that we want to live like an American. I can tell you with authority were free, we will never reach to America's standard. We can never reach to them. So why not we fight to build foundation for other generation to come and follow? So that's why I'm preaching. That's my fight. I'm not going to preach politics because I don't want a dime from any government official, even president. I don't beg for anybody. I don't beg anybody. I'm not making more. But even if you call me to go and push a wheelbarrow, I can go and do it because I want to have a resurrection. I want to resurrect myself. I resurrect myself from the day from 1997. At the age of 13, I resurrected myself a long time. Because I knew that this world, this country, is not a country to depend. When I look at the history of this country since 1847 up to now, what are those things that people have them doing, going against each other today? Where are the benefits? Where is the benefit? We are still making mistakes. We are still fighting each other for power. We are still taking money from somebody. We are still in the darkness, exploiting people, corrupting the system. Where is the money? You cannot eat your cake today. If you want for your future generation to have a meaningful life, for the country to develop, for you to bury that legacy, you must do the right thing. You have to go through hell first. Before you reach to heaven, you must pass through hell. Don't sleep on me, buddy. You got to wake up. What I'm telling you, you got to wake up. If you don't like it, you don't make it any comment, what you need to do is to click on that like button and just share a little video. The crap that I'm talking, even though it's not making sense to you, but it might make sense to the next person. That's what I'm saying. We can politicize everything. Medical sector, every sector of government, we have politicized everything. Every individual educated man in the country, they are politicians. Where is this country heading? After 10, 15 years, where are we heading? You tell me. Who do we go to when any issue arises? Thank God the United Nations and UNMID that came in the country and settled the fragile peace we enjoy today. But aside from anything that happened in our own house, who do we go to? Who do we go to? When our fathers, our mother, everybody turning into politicians. When everybody's saying things in their own interest. It is not in the country interest now, but it is in your interest. Because what you're doing, because your mind is filled up with darkness. And you need light. You need light. We all need light. Government need to build roads. Government need to build electricities. But how government build those things when the government is thinking to employ you also as a citizen, meaningful citizen? Government also thinking to employ you. Government is thinking to pay you salary. You see it? So a government is thinking on all those complex issues. Which one of the government in the world will able to do all of those things that you think? You want employment, you want fast salary, you want to make money. Then you want a road. People say, oh, the road is not built with suffering. You don't want to put yourself in order. You don't want to put yourself in use. You don't want to work with your hands. You don't want to work with your brain and mind. You only want to sit and get BSc. That's the reason why so many people that are in their 50, 40, they stay in the university struggling for one BSc. And when they leave from there, their expectations are very high. These are the same individuals, as soon as you put them in government, they want to get richer, they want to recover. Because they have wasted their life. They have wasted their life from past to come. How can a BS individual who got BSc in IT? I'll tell you one labor the other day. He said he to start. I said, why a student? He said, I'm a senior student. He said, senior man, no joy. Now he said, I said, you telling me as an IT individual, then you still crying for a job now? As an IT individual who can solve people's problems, then you still crying for a job? That's how looking. Some people get master degrees, some people get BSc in IT, but they still sitting there looking for a job. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can live the kind of a primitive life. You are not thinking with so many brains. According to studies, we can even do more than 10 things, one person in a day. 10 things. That means you can do 10 times. Your brain is more bigger than any other thing that you expect. You can process a lot of things. Even if you're working, you want to have work. If you're working, you must have your side hustle. That when that job fail you, your side hustle won't fail you. But so many brothers, as soon as they fire them, they say, my man, my boss man fired me from job. And what are you doing? What did you do with the money they were paying you when you worked over 3 to 4 years? Why you deal with the contract? What did you do with the contract? What did you do with that money? So you see how we are? How primitive everybody is? I'm saying that kind of thing. I'm saying that. Because people are not thinking with their brain. There are so many people who call themselves politicians. Yeah, we all are political beings. According by our nature. I'm a political being. I can discuss the issue too. When it comes to discussing issue, I discuss the issue. When it comes to strongly condemning other things in this nation, I don't do it. I can do it. But that is not my calling. Because I feel in myself that politicizing everything in the country won't solve our problem. If you are a young man, you are hardly on a pretend to just take money from Liberian people, you say you are an advocate. No, you are not a true hero. The true hero is the one in the country that will stand and fight for a cause. Martin Luther King, they were the hero. Martin Luther King had a wealthy family, his wife and children. Who knew that if he was thinking on his wife, he wouldn't have go and stand to fight for the civil rights movement. Today, American, the black American, the Negro American, their mind has arrest today. Because Martin Luther King fought for them. Martin Luther King had to pass through hell before he go to hell. To heaven, yes. And I can give you the definition of why people got to pass through hell before they reach to heaven. Martin Luther King, in my own mind, Martin Luther King is seated at God, the right hand of God the Father. Because he fought for the entire world. He fought against racism. He fights against tribalism. He fights against imperialism. He fought against a lot of movement against. And today somebody shoot bullet in your head, but today he still lives on. That's how heroes supposed to live. Hero, you don't even have to come and just talk. You have to talk to find solution. But you can't be a hero. You only discuss one thing, one-sided discussion. Are you a hero? You are not a hero. You are a schemer. You are a false pretender. No matter your dress code, your appearance, you are a false pretender. You are not a hero. You sit there and discuss national issue. You be very biased. Too much partiality in your discussion. Then you call yourself a hero. You are not a hero. You are not a hero. You are not a hero. You are a pretender. So those are all life, simple life principles that we are missing ourselves with today. This country is turning this way. We all missing life principle. I am telling you to conclude, the knowledge you're looking for, the knowledge is not in the classroom. What's supposed to make you rich are not in the classroom. Go on the YouTube. Tap in your YouTube. Tap any other thing that you wish to do with your life. Just tap it to YouTube. Just tap it to Google. It will come with a solution. It will tell you the basis of it. That's how a meaningful, intelligent, and civilized individual behave. You don't think with single brain. You think with so many brain. As I speak to you, I think with so many brain. If I can repair old computer, I can go and call pump. If I can't call pump, I can go and make a cell phone. I can do any other thing to survive in my country. Why are you doing this thing to yourself? Everybody want to live a quick way. We all want to live a quick way. We all want to sit on the social media and have big car, big boat, and big things. What a life. We all want to live that, but you are not working towards that. So how would that be? How would that be? I have come to let you know that we have to work out and fight for the country. If we cannot work out and fight for the country, very soon, the country will perish. There are so many things that are happening in the nation. All happening because we are not willing to put our hands and mind and brains to work. We only depend on government, on employment. It will not help us. A lot of Nigerians, several other countries have resurrected from that dump. A lot of countries have resurrected their citizens. And we still live in this dumb society. People are still angry. People feel that if they cannot have job, that means they can't do any other thing aside from job. You don't have to even go make money. You can be creative. Even a software developer, you can create your own software and sell it to people. Even an agriculture, they can go and open your own agriculture farm and make cassava. Put our cassava into you from here. face Gary, face other things, face deeper. You can sell it on the Liberian market. You will get money. Do any other thing that you can do with your life. Don't sit there and wait for opportunity to come to your doorstep. Don't sit there and wait for opportunity to come to your doorstep. That's the reason why so many young people, Liberians, are frustrated passing on the street because their expectations are so high, and expectations make life sick. Once you are not expecting once you are not getting what you're expecting from somebody, your life becomes very perish. I'm urging you to not think with one brain, think with a brain. We are so bigger than any other thing that you think on. We are big. I'm asking you to wake up and do something with your life. Please share this video. Do something with your life. Don't just sit there and look at government. The reason why this country is like that because people look up to government too much. Liberians are not willing to work. Liberians are not willing to be creative. Liberians are not willing to be energetic. Liberians are not willing to be innovative. At the end of the day, we all sit and fold our hands between our legs and focus on government. If government is not doing something for us, the next thing we'll do is create it for that individual. If that person is even passing in a community, we hate to see that person because we think that that person is the one supposed to face our lives. No. As an adult, you need to face your own life. No one's supposed to face the life for yourself. That's why in any country they have national prosperity, they have national and individual prosperity, national development and individual development. Government is responsible to face the country and do other things to create an avenue. Then you as an individual who live in a country, what are you doing to develop yourself? What are you doing to build yourself? You think about it. I'm urging every young individual, if you have not gone to be for master degree or BSc, if you have just graduated from high school, sit down and go and learn trade. Your friends are learning carpentry. Your friends are learning masonry. The Guinean, we are not different from those people. They are learning masonry. They are learning carpentry. They are learning a lot of trades so that can back their education. If you learn the carpentry, your masonry, then after that you can even go to school. You can even go to the university. If your parent does not have the money to send you to university, they have done their best for you. They send you through high school. You graduate from high school, tell somebody to buy you, to send you to a trade school. I'm speaking to you girls who only hoping on men. If men don't do it for you, then you front your face. Love is not about even men supporting you. We have to be careful. But other Liberian girls, they only say they depend on men. If the man cannot do it, they call up from that man. So I'm asking all for all to be independent. You that are reading the video, I want you to share my post so that others can listen to it so that we can be independent. I'm asking you so that we all can work together to move this country to another level that we all expect. Thank you very much.
There is still world. In their eyes, I see grudges, and the other one preaches peace. The other one preaches hatred, and the other one preaches love. The other one preaches violence. It's gonna kill for you and I now. Someone to care for us till we are gone. We're gonna do it for you and I now. Just tell me someone to care for us till we are gone.
So welcome to the live show. My name is David Kumeo Colley. I'm ready to wrap up. My advice to you as a young person: don't depend on government. Don't depend on any other person to face your life. If you are under 20, you are under 18, you are under 21, what your parents have done for you is to send you to high school. Even if you are not graduated from high school or finished with your diploma, what you need to do is to go and learn your trade. Learn carpentry, learn driving, learn any other thing that you think you can learn to help you to be a meaningful person in the society. Don't depend on any other person. Our people depends on government. And today, the country is not moving no other way. So my advice to minister, to president, if you want to rule this country, Rule with diligence. Rule with respect. Know your purpose, the purpose for which you served in that position, the purpose for which you are there as a chairman, the purpose in which you are there as a Muslim, as a imam. We all must know our purpose so that this country can move to another level. We stop by today. We end the show, the live show. The next Sunday, by God's willing, we're going to come back to talk to our Liberian people. Even though it's not up to standard what we're doing here, maybe you might not like it, or I don't know. But what I want you to do for me, if you have any advice, either you and I can work together. But the only way I believe that we can change this country is for us to put in order those simple life principles that will better help this country for us to move to another progressive level. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.